say like when we were talking about like favorite songs and stuff, I definitely didn't want to like not give recognition to everybody, because in that way, I feel like one of the most like crucial parts of it in any song really is how you're gonna like intro, how are you gonna keep that attention towards the middle, and like at the end, how are you still gonna keep that energy? I felt like that way was just like this perfect transition. I feel like you came in just like strong, and like your verse just like it was so intriguing, and like it kept you locked in. I thought it was probably I can't say one of my favorite verses because I like the song like all over, but sorry, my bad, I get distracted too. It is.
Yeah. Oh no, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, I wanted to give everybody their flowers because, like I said, going into that, I feel like you started it off strong. The middle verse kind of like took it down a little bit more like mellow, almost like menacing to some extent.
Yeah.
And then it just ends off with Dre going like almost like anthem mode, like, and I think that's why not only why it did so well, like just the versatility on the track itself, but just like all of y'all's energy together on like every track that I hear. It just feels like y'all have fun with it. You know how to structure a song though at the same time.
And the funny thing is, some of that shit's not even like purposeful. Like the reason that way is like it is just like in the order that the verses were finished. Like it was like, oh shit, let me put this down, and then Jay Brown was like, shit, I'll take this middle section. Dre took the end.
And I feel like sometimes that like organic kind of setup just is like funny how it works out that way, because I think if it were any other way, I'm not saying it wouldn't have done as well, but it's like it just feels so solid and like it was meant to be that way. So it is cool to hear that, Yeah, you're better off going that way. Speaking of which, we were just talking about that way, the song. I was giving him his flowers on his verse. I definitely thought that your verse was one of those like strong pieces, like going into the end of a song. It really just kind of made that song feel like the anthem that it is. You're listening to it, and just like the energy you have going into that like last like hook or chorus or whatever. It was just strong, and I was wondering like what y'all's thought process was going into like the creation of the song.
Well, when do I need to say it with a mic or no?
We have that mic up there, but if you prefer to have a mic, you can.
So like when we made That Way, it was like honestly Apollo Ghost wrote all of our verses. So we honestly we just told Apollo like what we wanted to do on it. We were like, yo, just make a verse that like captures energy and like keeps shit moving. Okay. And Apollo was like, all right, bet, I got you. It took him like about 2 days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nah. So now the story fucked up.
Nah, bro.
What did you say?
Remember?
I just said how we actually meant it. That's what I'm doing.
Bro. You forgot when Devin walked out his room and he said, "Where the fuck is our fruit snacks?" And you said That Way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's literally how it came about.
Nah, what really happened was we were like we didn't know what the fuck to do. We were like having like writer's block. We didn't know what song we were gonna do. We were like, damn, it's just so hard to like find a beat that really just like that where it just screams out to you. We're like, yeah, right to this, because a lot of the beats that we usually find are just kind of like dog shit. So like we found this one beat, we came across it with Lucas Quinn. Okay. Really, you heard of him?
I may have.
Really cool guy. He's actually from Orlando.
Okay.
Found the beat, and me, Bands and Jay Brown, we were all at the crib, and we just did a rough draft to it. And we were like, yeah, this song's amazing. Like, it's so crazy how like 10 minutes before we found the beat and we wrote to it, we were like, man, we just can't seem to find anything. Like, we were like down in the dumps and discouraged, and then bam, that song came out. And then the energy of what you hear on the song was the energy that we felt when we first heard the beat. Like, it was just an insane shit. Like, it only took us like 30 minutes each to actually write down the verses. Like, that song was mad quick to make.
Wow.
Because like when you feel like, it was the same way with like other past songs that we've done. Like even fucking Sugar Rush. It was literally 30-minute songs. Just fun, energetic, some shit to jump around to, and then got the job done. Just energy, just ignorant lyrics. Hard ass beat, clap.
It's like the beat is like a costume for an actor.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you hear that beat, you just play a role. Like,
well, before we get into this one, because I have one thing that I want to do when we have like as much people here as possible. I know that might be hard because y'all are kind of floating in and out. But I was going to talk about like concerts and like going back to performing and stuff. I know that we talk like we're going on to like 3 years out since COVID started, and I know that when you first started coming out with like the earlier projects, it was hard going back to performances, but how has it been lately? Because I know that you guys just did a show recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's that been? Like, how's the energy been?
Amazing.
They booming. Hey, Florida does not give a fuck about COVID. I'll tell you one thing.
Definitely.
We have a recap coming out soon, like later this week. I don't know when this is airing, but
this will be out next Friday.
oh yeah, it'll be out before that.
Okay, tight. We'll make sure to like put like a link and plug your stuff. Yeah, because that's what I was interested about. I've seen like your, show recaps. It seems like y'all have like a fan base that like really bring energy. Y'all perform great. It's always like a fun environment. We definitely should make it out to one of these shows for sure.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, like, how do you guys feel? Like, I know performance is a lot different from like when you're in the studio recording. Like, how does it feel going out and just being like, I made this and now I get to like share it with all these people?
It feels good. Like, my recording process is like, I always envision how it would sound live, always. So I'll be like, I make a song, I'll be like, okay, this shit is gonna sound, it sounds good now, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna sound good live. Mm-hmm. That's why like That Way was like such an energetic ass song, and when we performed it, every motherfucker knew the words to it. Everybody was screaming that shit. Like, I've been geeking, author, boy, my mind got lost in that shit. Yeah. That's what really makes me enjoy a song way more. If like I envision it and I see how people do it at the shows, and it's amazing. It's also good that we have diehard fans as well, so like they know word for word. Even like slow songs like Decisions, like they know that shit word for word as well.
For sure.
But what was the question?
Yeah, just seeing like how you felt about like performing live, and I think that's definitely important because I definitely hear about a lot of artists like who make something and it doesn't do as well live because they don't really have that mindset of like, am I trying to do this to perform live, or am I like just making something that I think is cool? And you can do both of those things, but I think that you guys really do that well with making songs that you know are gonna go crazy live, and like you said, that cult following almost. Mm-hmm. That's all.